to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And away we go from NRG Stadium. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Oh, right. Under. Hey, south.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Stroud. Completed over the middle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Uno more.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Irving hauls it in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
Hey, uno.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Why Tony? 11.
2nd and 6 now. On the move, headed right. He's on the move. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hey, south. Hey, uno more.
From the 48. Dell with the grab. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the gun, Garindo. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
All right. Why Tony? 11.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. On target to Garindo. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now a give to Garindo. Space to the left. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Pistol now for Mahomes. His first throw is an interception. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
On the quick, right?
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Hey, south. Hey.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He lofts it deep left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
Here we go.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Uno more. Hey, uno. Look the hot. Good.
Shotgun snap. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Tony. 11. Buggy.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Now it's Stroud. That's complete to Garindo. And this one does not go far.
Complete to Isaac Garindo. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Nixon now to return it. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Hand off to the back. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Man in motion out of the slot. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Oh, right.
Throwing is Stroud. Hauled in by Garindo. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Hey, south. Get on.
Now give to Garindo, running left. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Hey,
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Uno more. Hey, uno. Get on.
Back to throw, Stroud. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we go.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Get on.
On the give, it's Garindo. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal.
Look the hot.
Running it after the penalty. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play. Still some work to do now on 2nd and goal.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
Hey. Why Tony? Get on.
Stroud from the pistol. Catch made underneath by the back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Let's go. 11. Get on.
Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Nixon now to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
I don't need to.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Yellow.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep, middle. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans, they're going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Here we go.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Buggy.
Garindo running between the tackles. And he's brought down for a loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans hoping to grow their lead before halftime. Here's 2nd and 11. Completed to his running back. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Hey, south. Hey.
Here's Stroud now. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Texans boat racing them to the halftime locker room. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased, go ahead, I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Escapes the pocket. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And a man is there to knock that away. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. He'll get this one to Brown. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He throws a bullet to the center. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
Uno. Look the hot.
Shotgun now, first round. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. That one vehemently swatted away. So 2nd down coming up. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Hits his running back. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Nixon now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. 15.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Yellow.
Slot man in motion right. On first down, they'll run. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walk in the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Opera Cup, and it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Garindo. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm.
Here we go.
Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
3rd and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Off play action, it's Mahomes. No, they get him yet again. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Texans take over on his 5th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Oh, right. Tonight.
Trying it left side with Garindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. Now Garindo. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Looking to throw, Stroud. That's complete to Garindo. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Hey, uno. Look to hot. Hey.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Right.
Give now to the running back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense in the hurry up here. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Yellow. Hey, go.
They send a man in motion. Here we go on 4th with Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Why, Tony?
On the carry, it's Garindo. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
going to the ground again on first. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Oh, hey.
They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Here we go, let's go.
Dime coverage from the Chiefs on this 3rd down. They'll send him over right. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 34. Just a couple of yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that grows the lead to 27.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Nixon now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. And they pick him off again. And the Texans have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Now a give to Garindo. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
Here's Garindo again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll go right back to Garindo. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
Ow, tonight.
From the gun, Garindo. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
A familiar sight in this contest, Bronk. He's out there again for another field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Nixon now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Yellow.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Headed out right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they pick him off again. And the Texans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
All right.
On the give, it's Garindo. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
On the quick, right?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now a give to Garindo, running left. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here we go. Look the high, look the high.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans getting closer to their 10th win of the season. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down.
Ow, what's that?
Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Here we go.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. This is Garindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, and they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty.
All right.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.